Most seniors assume that booking a cheap flight is saving money. The reality is that cheap flights often come with a hidden price, and if you're not careful, that price can be surprisingly high. From baggage fees to seat selection, change fees, and even boarding priority, airlines have built a system that encourages you to pay more than the ticket price suggests. Today, we're going to walk you through why cheap flights often cost more than you expect, and how you, as a senior traveler, can navigate this system without stress, confusion, or unnecessary fees. Let's start with the ticket itself. On the surface, a basic economy ticket looks cheap. You might be thinking, great, I'm saving $50 or $100 compared to a regular economy fare. But most airlines now separate every service, and what seems like a bargain can quickly disappear once you add the extras. Things like checked bags, carry-ons, seat selection, or even priority boarding. All of these can cost more than the initial difference in ticket price. For seniors who might travel with slightly more luggage or need extra comfort, these add-ons are not optional, they're essential. Understanding exactly what the ticket includes and what it doesn't is the first step in saving money and avoiding surprises at the airport. Let's talk about baggage. Cheap flights almost always charge for checked luggage and sometimes even for carry-ons. Many seniors are surprised that even small bags can incur fees if they exceed the airline's strict limits. The key is knowing your airline's baggage rules before you book. Some budget carriers only allow one small personal item under the seat for free. If you think your handbag or small tote counts as your free carry-on, you may be in for a shock at the counter. For seniors who travel with medications, extra clothing, or mobility aids, it's vital to plan carefully to avoid these charges. Weight matters too. Airlines have strict weight limits for checked bags, and if your bag is even slightly overweight, you'll face extra fees. Seniors often travel with heavier luggage because of comfort items or longer trips, so weighing your bag at home is crucial. A simple bathroom scale is enough to check your luggage. If your bag is over the limit, redistribute items between bags or move some into a carry-on to avoid paying a hefty overweight fee. Many seniors are surprised how just a few pounds can make a big difference in fees, and being proactive here is one of the easiest ways to save money. Now let's consider seating. Cheap tickets often don't allow you to choose your seat until you pay extra. For seniors, seating isn't just about preference, it's about comfort and accessibility. Choosing a window seat, an aisle, or a seat with extra legroom can dramatically improve the flight experience. The catch is that airlines treat these as premium services, often costing more than the difference between a cheap flight and a standard fare. A smart approach is to check the airline's seating chart in advance, decide what matters most for your comfort, and book it at the same time as your ticket. Waiting until check-in can result in limited options and higher fees. Many seniors also forget about boarding priorities. Airlines charge for priority boarding, and the difference may seem small, but it's worth considering if you need extra time to settle in, lift luggage, or get comfortable. Boarding early can make a big difference if you have mobility issues or simply prefer not to navigate crowded overhead bins. Again, the key is planning ahead and including these services in your budget, rather than being surprised at the gate. Let's move on to change fees. Cheap tickets often come with strict restrictions. If your plans change, and seniors may need flexibility for medical reasons, family obligations, or other circumstances, the cost of changing a cheap ticket can easily exceed what you would have paid for a slightly more expensive flexible fare. Some airlines still charge hundreds of dollars to change a ticket, while others allow you to pay a small difference if you buy the more flexible option in advance. The lesson is simple: always check the airline's change and cancellation policies before booking. What seems cheap up front may turn out expensive if your plans shift. Another hidden cost to be aware of is food and drink. Budget carriers rarely include meals or drinks on longer flights. Seniors often prefer a light snack, water, or a coffee, and these add up quickly at the airport or in-flight. Bringing your own travel-friendly snacks or a refillable water bottle can prevent unnecessary purchases. It's not just about money, it's also about comfort and avoiding stress during the flight. One strategy seniors often overlook is using loyalty programs or membership discounts. Even on cheap flights, airlines may offer senior discounts, credit card perks, or loyalty program benefits that reduce fees or provide extra services. Check if your airline offers a senior fare or if your loyalty points can cover baggage, seat selection, or priority boarding. Often, the difference can be more than the savings from the cheap ticket itself. Now consider travel insurance. While it may feel like an added expense, for seniors, travel insurance can protect against lost bags, medical emergencies, or last-minute cancellations. On a cheap ticket with strict restrictions, insurance can actually save you a significant amount of money and stress. It's another element to include when evaluating if a cheap ticket is truly cheaper overall. Let's talk about online booking tricks. Airlines often charge differently depending on where and how you book. Booking directly through the airline's website is usually safest, but sometimes apps or travel portals provide discounted add-ons or lower fees for baggage and seats. Seniors should take a moment to compare before clicking purchase. The initial cheap ticket may look cheaper, but the fees may differ across platforms. Timing also matters. Booking a cheap flight months in advance can sometimes save money, but last-minute deals aren't always cheaper when you include all the fees. Seniors who plan their trips ahead can not only get better seats and baggage options, but also avoid stress and high last-minute charges. The old rule, book early to save, still holds true, especially when considering total cost, not just the ticket price. Another consideration is the airport itself. Smaller airports may have stricter carry-on and bag policies because of limited space. Larger airports or hubs may offer more leniency, better staff assistance, and smoother processes. For seniors, convenience and comfort are just as important as cost, and sometimes spending a bit more for an easier experience is worth it. It's also important to understand airline alliances. If your trip involves multiple flights with different carriers, the combined baggage rules and fees can be confusing. Some partnerships allow for shared baggage allowances or combined perks, while others charge separately. Knowing these rules in advance can prevent surprises and extra charges during connecting flights. Another tip is to pack smart and light. Seniors often pack heavier items for comfort or precaution. However, using lightweight luggage, compression bags, and thoughtful packing can reduce the weight of your bags and prevent overweight fees. Remember, each pound counts, and a little planning at home saves significant money at the airport. Consider using personal items to your advantage. Most airlines allow one free personal item. Seniors often underestimate the size and utility of this allowance. Travel-friendly backpacks, tote bags, or crossbody bags can hold medications, electronics, books, and small clothing items. Strategically placing heavier or essential items here can keep checked bags under the limit. Another common trap is the perception of carry-on freedom. Many seniors think they can bring everything on board if it fits in a small suitcase. Airlines enforce carry-on limits strictly, and oversized bags are often flagged, resulting in surprise fees. Measure your bag, check airline dimensions, and remember that small differences in size and weight can trigger charges. Some seniors also overlook the benefits of apps and digital check-in. Many airlines offer fee reductions or perks for checking in via their app. You may be able to select seats, track your luggage, or receive notifications about boarding and baggage updates, all helping you avoid unnecessary fees. Technology, when used correctly, is a powerful tool to save money and reduce stress. Traveling with companions can also reduce costs. For example, if two seniors are traveling together, redistributing items between checked bags can help both stay under weight limits, avoiding overweight fees. This strategy requires a little coordination but can save significant money. It's also worth noting that airlines sometimes have seasonal or location-specific fee differences. Fees may vary depending on departure city, travel dates, or even aircraft type. Seniors who monitor these variations and plan accordingly can reduce unexpected costs. Flexibility can make a big difference in total travel expenses. Remember, seating, baggage, and boarding fees are often structured to encourage upselling. Airlines make the ticket appear cheap, knowing that many travelers will pay for extras. Understanding this system and planning ahead allows seniors to avoid being caught off guard. Being aware of these structures is your first step towards smarter, safer travel. Ultimately, it's about perspective. Seniors who look at low-cost tickets with a clear understanding of what's included and what isn't can avoid unnecessary expenses and travel in comfort. By recognizing the true cost upfront and planning accordingly, it becomes much easier to enjoy the trip without spending more than needed. It's not about cutting corners, it's about being informed, organized, and strategic. From weighing your bags at home, packing thoughtfully, using personal items wisely, and checking apps and airline policies, every small step adds up to significant savings. By the end of this video, the goal is clear. Know the true cost of cheap flights before you book, avoid surprise fees, and make travel a stress-free experience. When you combine smart planning with a clear understanding of airline rules, you save money, time, and frustration. These strategies are evergreen. They work for domestic flights, international trips, and every airline system that exists today. Traveling as a senior doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. With the right approach, a cheap flight can be exactly that, a good deal instead of a trap. Following these simple yet effective strategies, you'll feel confident, prepared, and empowered every time you fly. And if you want more practical travel tips, tricks, and hacks that actually work, subscribe to Flywise. Leave a comment with the biggest travel headache you've faced. I'll make sure to cover it in a future video. Traveling smarter starts here, and the next trip you take could be smoother, easier, and cheaper than ever before.